Hi everyone, today I'll be unboxing my brand new gaming monitor. It's a Dell monitor. It has 27 inch. It has an 1 millisecond response time and an IPS panel with an 165 Hz rated. It's a Quad HD panel with FreeSync Premium Pro. It's actually the nano cell display from LG inside of it, and it will be replacing my 27 inch Dell monitor, which is a TN panel. It also has NVIDIA compatible certified drivers because I have an NVIDIA card. Let's get to the unboxing. So this year's box is a little bit wider. This is the new stand. It looks a little bit gamery, but I have an dual screen support, so I won't be using this. Also in the box you have a HDMI cable. I forgot to mention the monitor itself has no, this is the DVI and this is the HDMI cable. The monitor itself has two HDMI 2.0 ports and one DVI 1.4 port. This is the USB hub. It actually has four USB 3.0. So this is the cable, the power cable, and some paperwork. I think the box is upwards. Next I will be getting the stand. I really love these stands. If you're using one, the motion is flawless and the monitor is attached and the rotation is 190 degrees. Wait, I'm seeing here. No, 180 because it goes both ways. Okay, here we have some cable management behind, and this is actually over the VESA behind the monitor. And here is the monitor itself. As you can see, these are the VESA screws. It's VESA 100. And every port is written above them. You have USB here up top, and also the power brick is included. And here on the back you also have the power button and other console buttons. For easier removing of the screen, you can attach. Here is the hinge, and the quick release monitor is behind the. You can get it up already. Let's get this to the side. I might actually skip a step. I should have attached the bottom of the stand before attaching the back, but no problem is there. You can pause the video. Okay, so I have mounted the stand itself. So it's actually rated for 41 watt, but on the specs you find it from 35 to 80 or 100, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a B class. So let's get to the monitor itself. Okay, so I was speaking. You can get it 90 degrees to one side, 90 degrees to the other side. This is down stand goes, actually my other stand got a little bit wider range from my old monitors, and up and down motion is very flawless. Okay. Dell claims that this year its air vents is a little bit better than the older, because my older monitors, on the front you will see all the monitors have the same aspect, only the panel change inside, but the back of the panel and only the stand is a little bit different this year. And they actually claim that it's a little bit more airflow, so it won't overheat, as many mentioned on the right down corner it's a little bit toasty, and up top that's the disadvantage of having included the power brick inside the monitor itself. But the older buttons were here, the power button actually is here as well, and now you have the console buttons in right corner. So you have a joystick and 4 buttons. Okay, I forgot to mention that this monitor has the hub and the other 2 USB ports and a power, and the 3.5 jack. It's down in the left corner, so you won't be missing anything from your PC. Okay, next I will be powering on my monitor and see how the menu of the monitor is. So from the left to right, this is the USB hub, the headphone jack. Here behind you have the other 2 USB, the USB to PC display port, 2 HDMI, and the power brick here upright. The power button is here, and behind them is the joystick. So I have connected my Lenovo to the Dell via HDMI cable. Let's power it on. Let's hit the power button. As you can see, there looks like a light bleed from up top, but to be honest, on the monitor itself, if you're standing up on it, you don't see it so much. Okay, let's see the autofocus. Not good. Okay. So this is the setup. As you can see, you have the joystick up top, and the next button is to near. You will find it easier to grasp with the on-screen indicators. I will choose English, and my monitor is connected via HDMI display 1. Okay, first let's scroll through the console. So first it is preset mode in game. You can have a timer, a frame rate. Frame rate is actually displayed up top. I will be configuring the frame rate in a minute. Okay, and display alignment. Okay, next. The response time is set to fast. You also have a super fast and extreme. I will leave it to fast. The dark stabilizer is set to 0. It will actually help you in first person shooters because you will have an grayish zone instead of a black solid zone. The brightness and contrast is set by default to 75. On my other monitors is also set to the 75. Okay. Input source, you can select the auto if you have connected it to the to a PlayStation and an Xbox and a PC. And you turn off one source, the other will pop up. I actually use this on my other monitors on which I have connected my PlayStation, my Xbox. The display, you find the aspect ratio. You can select auto resize or 4:3. So on 4:3, this is the format with black bars, despite the fact that it's selected for ultra wide. Okay. Input color, you can select RGB or IPB PR. Sharpness is set to 50 by default. Smart HDR, it's selected currently on auto on desktop, but I will see what they actually do, because this does not have individual backlighting, so the HDR may be really good or it's really crappy. Okay. Oops. The audio, you can select the audio from the jack. I usually set it to 100 and then I modify it from the Windows app. So you can set the language to reset your language, the transparency. If it's 100, you barely see it. If it's 0, it's hard. The disappearing timer, you can set up to 1 minute from what I'm seeing to the slider. Okay, I will set it to 30 seconds. And this is the most interesting thing, because every shortcut you can configure it. So you can set between preset modes, dark stabilizer, brightness and contrast. So you can select every, and from game enhancements you can select frame rate. So accesses the power button. You can so the power button has a little tiny LED. So when it works, if it bothers you, you can turn it off. It's a pretty neat feature because you can customize it. Okay. You can select the USB to be on. So this is a new feature compared to my old S2721DGF, because if the monitor turns off, the power cuts off to the whole peripherals, and you cannot wake up them if you are connected to via USB hub. Okay. Lighting. Does it have some LEDs? Yes. I forgot to mention. So actually it has LEDs behind it. It's so useless because I didn't even see them. So they're useless to me. But maybe in a really dark scene you can create some background. Let's see. Yes, it highlights a little bit in the background. But blue eye is actually a nice trainer, so I don't know why they included blue. It would be better if it wasn't yellow. Okay. And here you can see another some informations. You can see the display info, the model, display port capability, input source, and the refresh rate. I don't know what this means. The current firmware is this one on top, the service tag if you want to service it directly to the Dell from their site. Okay. So I've opened the NVIDIA control panel. Let's see here at the resolution. So this monitor supports 60 Hz, 120 and 144 via HDMI. Let's set one from 44. Okay. Let's keep the changes. And down here you can select between, if you use NVIDIA, full or limited, display range. Let's see if it supports 4x4x4. Yes, it actually supports. No issues. So currently here is 144 Hz. I will also do in my further videos an UFO test to see if it has some ghosting, but from other reviews I saw that it's better than my currently TN panels from Dell. And the screen itself looks very good. I'll need to go through the settings to see if HDR is on or off. So maybe there is some funny business happening. As you can see, the HDR is not. So the HDR is turned off temporarily. Okay. So I have selected my screen tests. This is the black. It has some IPS glow. It's way more noticeable on the phone than in real life. So it's currently scrolling through my colors which I'm using to test, and the phone is actually adjusting between the pictures. So on the left side is a little bit more glow on the dark, as you will see again. I'm trying to stay as okay, this is, but it's really not visible on other colors. From what I know, Dell usually calibrates its monitors on I think 350 nits inside. So basically this can be an it can pass despite having a little bit of glow